A new executive order by President Trump opens the door for millions of Americans saving for retirement through a 401k who may soon be able to invest in high-risk assets like private equity or cryptocurrency. KTVU's Tom Vakar joins us from the Larkspur office of a major 401k seller that already holds and invests almost $6 trillion for its customers. Tom?
Well, what this act could do, if it actually comes to be, is it could open up trillions of those dollars that are currently off limits to private equity, and all they have to do is get the Trump administration to go along with it.
President Trump issued an executive order to allow holders of 401k retirement accounts to invest in so-called private equity stock companies, currently not allowed to be offered to the general public. Private equity firms are essentially investment funds and partnerships that actively manage and restructure the companies they invest in.
It's sort of in common with executive orders and trade deals. The devil's in the details.
Terry Conley, former dean of the Golden Gate University Business School and former Wall Street investment banker.
Less safe, less predictable, and much more importantly, less transparent.
Currently, private equity's biggest investors are large institutional investors, pension funds, foundations, and foreign government wealth funds, which can afford the higher fees charged and the longer times the investors' funds are held.
Private equity investments require less public, in fact, no really public distribution of information about the financial health of the investment.
401k companies would just love to have all of this new business, but they do have a problem with private equity firms, and that is that 401k companies have a fiduciary responsibility to put the customer's interests higher than their own. That isn't necessarily the case with private equity.
Nonetheless, the president's order directs the U.S. Department of Labor and Securities and Exchange Commission to revise the rules to allow all of this to happen. Folks we met at a Costco store say this.
More flexibility within to choose how the money is spent, types of funds, but not like any man for themselves.
On the one hand, people could do more of what they want with their money. By the other hand, like, you'd have a lot of speculation and people could make a lot of bad decisions. So, I mean, I wouldn't be in favor of it.
Now, the president is fast-tracking this inside the government. It could happen sometime this year or next. There is going to be a lot of pushback because that fiduciary relationship thing is very, very serious. Tom Vakar, KTVU, Fox 2 News.
All right. Thank you, Tom.